Congratulations, Andrew. You've lost 10 stone in 24 weeks on the Alevere programme. Where did you hear about the programme?
I just discovered it through a Google search. I was actually researching weight loss surgery and saw this come up as an alternative, and so I looked a bit further.
And what attracted you to the Alevere programme as opposed to the other diets?
I think certainly in terms of weight loss surgery, it was the fact that I stood a chance of being normal and living a normal life afterwards, and being able to eat normally afterwards, and the fact that it was medically led. So I have a number of medical conditions that I was conscious would affect my ability to go on a diet, so I was interested that actually there was a lot of medical care in the process to help me cope with various medications and conditions.
You attended the Northampton clinic on a weekly basis for your treatments. Did you enjoy the treatments?
I did, yeah.
And did they have a positive effect on your body?
Well, at first I was extremely cynical. I was very large and I couldn't see anything happening, so I vocalised that to the clinic. But as the weeks went on, I began to see, and I can certainly now see, that they've been extremely beneficial, yeah.
And how quickly did you see the change?
Really, after the first week. In my first week I lost 26 pounds. So not only did I see it, I didn't know I'd lost that much, but my work colleagues and friends around me saw almost an instant change. So it was very swift.
And did you find the programme easy to follow?
Yes, I mean obviously it took some time to adapt, to get used to, first of all, starting off and learning to cope with hunger, and going into ketosis. Once that had happened, it became very simple, yeah.
And were you happy with the variety of foods on the Alevere programme?
I was. I mean, obviously I worked around them. I found what I could use, what I couldn't use, what I liked and what I didn't like. So I soon fitted into a pattern. The pattern varies slightly as I go along, but yeah, there's plenty of variety to go.
What was your favourite food?
My favourite food was probably the caramel dessert, much to my surprise. Yeah.
What helped you keep motivated throughout the programme?
I started off before I started the diet, I bought a chalkboard and put it up in my kitchen and wrote the words "one day at a time" on it, realising that if I could get through one day, all I had then to do was get through the next. So that's how I started, and that's how I've continued every day, looking at and thinking about that thing. But I've lost weight every week since I started the diet, and that in itself, and seeing the change, I saw the change instantaneously, and then reaching my first weight loss goal, and then my second weight loss goal, and then my third weight loss goal, all kept me motivated and interested, and actually I began to see all the possibilities of what I could do.
And how much support did you get from the team at the clinic?
Way more than I was expecting. The help is there on the end of the phone at any time. When you go in for treatment, you get a chance to talk and discuss. You can talk through the future, any hiccups or any problems you're having. So it's been pretty much spot on throughout.
Has losing the weight improved the quality of your life?
That's been the biggest thing, really. Looking back a year ago, my health was extremely poor. I'm type 2 diabetic, and I was going downhill rapidly. So on a high dose of super strength insulin, blood pressure medication. I'd been diagnosed with sleep apnea, so I slept with a CPAP machine every night. And really, I did wonder how much lower I could go. I didn't know how much the Alevere programme would change that, but almost from day one, my blood glucose levels fell to normal. So my insulin almost shrank to zero. My consultant won't quite let me let go of everything, but it's negligible what I take. I'm off all my blood pressure medication, and later on this week I'm hopefully going to be undiagnosed with sleep apnea.
Fantastic. And what would you say to people who are thinking about starting the Alevere programme?
I think that the most important thing is to be honest with yourself about who you are, why you want to diet, what your relationship with food is, and whether you really want to do it. I think if you have those things in place, then the rest is easy. If you're unsure, then it's more difficult.
Mm-hmm. And what support will the clinic give you now you've finished the programme?
On an ongoing basis, we've agreed that it'll be as much as I want. So at the beginning, it'll be every week, going in for an inline body assessment, talk through any issues I'm having readjusting, talk through any dietary issues, health issues, and I mean, we're even looking into getting some sort of personal training support in place to start an exercise regime, with a view to me actually running in the new year.
Fabulous. Thank you. Thank you very much, Andrew.